potential upgrades to Carter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I wasn't, they didn't tell me, or in that meeting, we didn't learn exactly how far that'll extend.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be a lot of construction on Carter Avenue over the next year or year and a half.
Okay.
And so that may not be the best choice.
Okay.
Or it could be a good choice, depending on your
Yeah.
perspective, because then it could be integrated into the improvements and things like that. I just wanted everybody to have that piece of information based on the planning commission.
So,
The integration could absorb some of the pragmatic realities of installation,
Yeah.
such as, oh, we're pouring this concrete, let's
Yeah.
pour you a plant, oh, we're running some lights, let's
Sure.
add some wires.
I agree.
We can get in front of.
And I'll follow up with, Brian and see what the timeline is on that.
See, it's an if, that's the
Yeah.
place, but.
Yeah, exactly.
We can sponge off of.
Is that in,
Already
is that
funded
in
work,
the
yeah.
CIP budget?
It is the Carter Avenue?
Uh-huh,
Yes.
for next year?
I don't remember, because we don't really talk about the budget in the planning commission, that's more of a council question. So I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, okay.
All I know is when we're making planning commission decisions, it affects a lot of what we do.
Yeah, the list
Okay.
of projects that were coming up was pretty extensive last time I looked at it, so I don't remember where it fell.
yeah, that's not ringing a bell to me right now, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
49.
When I just briefly spoke to Public Works about this possible site, and they were like, well, yes, that is our bridge. We can do what we want there. Just know that, like, it's a bridge, and eventually it'll probably need repairs, so whatever we do might have to be redone or completely taken away, depending on what happens to the bridge. Also, there's railroad tracks there, so, you know, a potential safety issue to be aware of, or do we only do stuff on this side?
Is there right of way
That side?
to be mindful of with railroad? Is there a question? I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's a question.
Yeah. Yeah, so I will say, once we have decided all of these things here tonight, I will circulate a more thought out proposal to the city departments to get this kind of logistical feedback on things that I don't know about, cause I don't know everything. They know a lot more than I do, so, if there is a major project, that would be very helpful to know about.
We are also at liberty to designate a project as temporary, yes?
Yes.
So,
Temporary? No, that's not right.
Who?
Did it show my backdrop?
It was a knife with a cutting board?
That's
Yes.
my backdrop.
Was that your backdrop? Okay. We learned a little something about Lauren tonight.
Yes. Sometimes I need to do that.
Go ahead. Continue.
Do something else about Carter
No.
specifically? Okay. The other popular option that came up for the trail was the clearing, which I don't know if people called it the clearing before the open house, but somebody named it that at the open house, and now we call it the clearing. Which is, you can see over here, here is Merriam Public Works off of Knox, it's just south of 67th Street up here. So if you walk the trail, this is the butterfly garden right here,
So it's just another aspect.
and then this is the clearing, the open area before you get to this bridge right here. So that's where that space is. I will say, something to note here is that there's power lines that go through there. So Evergy has an easement for this site, so something to be aware of, it's just a possible constraint on what would be able to be done. It's still sitting on property, we can still.
Is it in the floodplain?
I don't know, I didn't look at that, but that's a good question.
89%
Probably,
sure
probably.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as the creek is right there, it
Right,
probably
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's near him, it's
I
not.
mean, there are areas that are that close that aren't, but I think that one is.
Well, it changes a little bit after the creek goes under the 67th Street Bridge.
Yeah. So most of the, like, creek project that we're working on is like north of
It's
I was thinking even Johnson
basically-
Drive,
yeah.
Okay.
maybe, north of Shawnee Mission Parkway, they're doing
Yeah.
the northern end of downtown, so. If it is, and it probably is part of the flood thing, but maybe not as drastic, so, that's that location.
Okay,
Thoughts?
so yeah, let's open the floor to try to lock in a decision on one of those locations. I don't think any of them are a bad choice.
I'd be interested in hearing from my colleagues why you think some of these are good locations. Anyone?
We have a choice of two. That, we're talking about these two, right?
Those are the ones that
Okay.
were popularly
Okay.
identified, so that's what I brought to you here tonight.
Okay.
I mean, the ferry can get a lot of foot traffic. I know I go down there a lot, so more people would be able to see it. I don't know, there's not really a worry about, any sort of, how am I trying to word? Automotive traffic, as there would be, under the bridge. I don't know, I think it's just sort of a good starting point. I think we have a lot of options of what we can put there. I don't know, it's a great gathering place, and that's where my mind went.
There's also the indoor soccer clubs that are like right near there too, so like it might be a nice place for like when parents are waiting, cause I know I see parents like sitting in their cars, or in summer when we walk the trail, so that might be, I don't know, maybe, and maybe create like a
When the
gathering
when
place.
the parents wait in cars, I didn't.
There's so in front of this area here, like this building or whatever, like, so there's a public works and then it's a, wood
It's
place.
happy feet, oh yeah.
And then in front of that, there are these buildings and it's an indoor soccer.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, up
it's
there, yeah, at
It's an indoor
67th
soccer
Street.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah,
at
and
67th
so
Street, you're right,
like
yeah, yeah.
during the school year there, and I think even the summertime, there's a ton of people that go there for the soccer stuff, so there's
Okay, yeah.
stuff out there. I guess my only concern would